Fans searching for word of a funeral procession, a service, any sign of when her Godzilla vs. Kong co-stars might gather to say goodbye have found nothing so far. Here's what has actually been confirmed about Kaylee Hottle's death, and why the public farewell so many are waiting for hasn't been announced yet. Kaylee Hottle, the deaf actress who played Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong in its 2024 sequel, has died at 18 following a car crash in Maryland. Her father, Joshua Hottle, confirmed the news in a Facebook livestream delivered entirely in American Sign Language. According to the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, Hottle died following a single-vehicle crash in Idgemsville, Maryland, shortly before 3 a.m. on Tuesday, July 21. She was traveling as a passenger in a Honda Accord when the car left Windsor Road and struck a culvert. She was taken to a trauma center, where she was later pronounced dead. The 19-year-old driver suffered injuries that were not considered life-threatening, while another passenger in the vehicle declined medical treatment. Authorities believe excessive speed may have contributed to the crash, which remains under investigation. Little additional detail has been released about the hours leading up to the crash. The Texas School for the Deaf, where Hottle was a senior, said it had very limited information, and asked the public to respect the family's privacy rather than speculate about the circumstances. Tributes have poured in from across Hollywood and the deaf entertainment community, though none have described plans for a funeral or public gathering. Rebecca Hall, who played Gia's adoptive mother opposite Hottle in both Godzilla films and learned American Sign Language to communicate with her on set, wrote on Instagram, "Devastated to hear this news. My heart goes out to your family. You will be missed, Kaylee." Millie Bobby Brown wrote, "I'm so devastated to hear this. You will be deeply missed, Kaylee." Marlee Matlin said she was absolutely gutted, and Legendary, the studio behind the films, called Hottle a cherished member of our film family. Hottle's mother Ketsi posted her own tribute video in American Sign Language, captioned "Privileged to be your mom, Kaylee Hottle." A GoFundMe for the family has raised more than $28,000 of this writing. No funeral home, memorial service, procession, or burial arrangements have been publicly announced for Kaylee Hottle. Claims describing a specific funeral procession or gathering of her co-stars are not supported by any statement from her family, representatives, or the studios and actors who have paid tribute so far, and should be treated as unconfirmed. If any private services are being planned, no details have been made public. Hottle was born in 2007 to an all-deaf family, with 4 generations of deaf relatives on her father's side, and was fluent in American Sign Language from a young age. She began her on-camera career at 9 years old, appearing in public service announcements for the video relay apps Convo and Glide, and was featured in the 2018 short film 10 Deaf Children, One Powerful Message. Her breakthrough came in 2021 when she was cast as Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong, a deaf, orphaned indigenous Iwi girl rescued on Skull Island by Kong, after a casting director spotted her in one of her early commercials. She reprised the role in 2024's Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, in which her character's bond with Dr. Eileen Andrews, played by Rebecca Hall, moved to the center of the story. Both Hall and co-star Alexander Skarsgård learned American Sign Language specifically to communicate directly with Hottle while making the films. Her performance in the sequel earned her a nomination for the Saturn Award for Best Performance by a Younger Actor. She also appeared in the 2021 reboot of NBC's Magnum P.I. Hottle spoke openly about wanting deaf audiences to see themselves reflected on screen, encouraging young hearing-impaired viewers to speak up and follow your dreams. Kaylee Hottle leaves behind a legacy as a trailblazer for deaf representation in mainstream film, remembered not only for the character she brought to life across 2 blockbuster films, but for the relationships she built along the way, from co-stars who learned her language to connect with her on set, to a mother whose tribute video captured, without a single spoken word, how deeply she is missed. Should her family announce funeral or memorial plans in the days ahead, those details will only be reliably known once shared directly through official channels.